I would say something.
And we are
Don't you dare.
live. Hey, everybody. Hey,
Hello,
hey,
everyone. Hello.
hey, replay viewers. Hope everyone's having an amazing day. I can see that Miss Leone is already here. The
Already
only
on here.
person,
Hey,
Already.
Leo.
the only person she's addressing, honey, is Bree.
Okay, she don't see nobody else.
She said, hi, good evening, Bree.
Okay. Good evening, Bree.
Good evening, Bree.
Hey,
Hello, everybody else. Come
everybody.
on in, come on in, come on in. Let us know that you're here. We want you to announce and let us know you're here and let us know
Mm-hmm.
where you are joining us from. Leonie,
Yes.
where
Yeah.
are you? I know you are is it it's not even bi-coastal, she's
But it's
cross
by
country.
continental, by
She's cross country-ish.
yes, she is. I don't even know what to call
Cross
that one.
continental. I don't know what that is. If y'all know
Cross continental.
if y'all know the right terminology, let me know because
Yeah.
she lives in two countries at the same time.
At the same
Okay?
time. How do
At
you do
the
that?
same darn time.
I'm gonna be like her when I grow up.
I want to be just like her when I grow
Just
up.
like her.
Hey, I think it's nice.
You
This is
see, she's
nice.
still in Florida, soaking up the sunshine.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello,
everybody.
Jacqueline.
Hey, Jacqueline. Jacqueline is here.
Mm-hmm.
Jacqueline is here. Hey, Jacqueline. How are
Hello,
you?
hello, hello.
I know that's right. All
I am.
our people are coming in.
Come
All our
on in.
representative.
She
Okay,
say
Leonie,
70 and
honey, I'm in
single.
Florida, honey. I am 70 and single. How
I
about
heard
that?
that.
Now,
That's right.
now
That's
you have
right.
not missed a step,
Leona is living her best life. She hasn't missed
living
a
her
step,
best
honey.
life. I
Jacqueline
Mm-mm.
am.
says hello, and Donzel is here. Hey, Donzel.
Hello,
Hello,
Donzel.
Denzel.
Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, we
Mm-hmm.
know our tried and true booze,
We
okay?
know
They
y'all
will
gonna be
be
here.
up in here at all times, every
Yes.
Friday. We
I
appreciate you
tell you,
guys coming in, jumping in. Come on in,
Leonie
come
sent
on
me a
in.
picture a couple of years ago, out standing out on her porch with this little mini skirt on. I said, "Where you think you're
Ooh.
going? Where you think
Ooh.
you're going?"
Leonie,
Ooh.
I was like, "To your
Ooh.
house."
Leonie is Stephanie single
Wait
and
a
living
minute.
her life like it's golden.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not mad at her at
Not at all.
all. You better go
Not at all.
ahead,
Not at
Leonie,
all.
with your bad self. All right. Stephanie's in the house. Hey,
Hey,
Stephanie.
Steph.
Creatively miss me. Donzel's asking for his girl Kenya. No, Kenya's not here today. Kenya had an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
You were having
Oh
problems
no.
getting to the
Oh,
chat to show. Oh, well, you're here now, honey. We can see
yeah, we're
you
happy to see you.
live and in living color. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is the three of us today. It's just the three of us today. We're gonna hold it down for the other ladies. Y'all know it's the
Hold
summertime
it
and
down. We're gonna hold
y'all
it
know it's the
down.
summertime and people got a lot of stuff going on. People are traveling, doing the
Yes,
absolute most before it starts
most.
to, get to the fall
Mm-hmm.
month when we really put that YouTube work in and make our videos and our fall vignettes and change the pillow covers and get ready for the fall and then to the winter
And
with
oh
the
my goodness.
Christmas trees. And yeah,
Oh
so
my gosh.
people are out living their best lives before
Yes.
that's our hot season right there, honey. That is our busy season.
Busy
So
hot
Busy,
girl summer.
busy.
busy,
Yes, it
busy,
is.
busy. Sunny
I'm
day,
Busy,
excited
busy.
about it.
57. Hey,
Excited.
sunny
Sunny day.
day. How are you? Happy Friday. Happy
Happy
Friday.
Friday.
Good to
Happy
see
Friday.
you guys. Good to see you guys.
Stephanie said that we're twins.
Oh, you and I,
Yes.
when
You're
I
twin
Yeah, you're
introduce,
sisters.
when
twins.
I make, you know what, as a matter of fact, let's go into the intro so you can let them know who you are, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, ladies and
Good
gentlemen.
evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening,
I
Miss Shelley.
know. Let me go ahead for audience members and introduce my two divas with me tonight. Not that they need any introduction at all, but at any cost, at every opportunity, I'm going to take the time to introduce my sisters. Okay. So as you can see, it's just the three of us today. The other three ladies are otherwise engaged, living their lives like it's golden, honey.
Living
Appointments,
your life like
traveling,
it's
you
gold.
name it, they're doing it. Naf is living out loud, home decor, and more is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
All right. So, like I said, it's just the three of us. Our other three sisters are out making it do what it do. And we're over here with you guys making this do what it's supposed to
What
do.
it does.
So,
Mhm.
I'm going to introduce first my beautiful, amazing sister, Miss Bree herself from M Living
Woo-hoo.
Free. Welcome, 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 Bree.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
It's so good to see you.
Yes.
After
Thank
all the
you. It's Friday.
It is Friday. My mama is up in the
Yes.
house. Hello, mom. How are you?
Hello,
Love
Hello.
Mom.
you.
Hey, Mom.
My mom is up in here
Hello.
showing us enough love and support. Okay. And then my second diva, honey, is the one and only, the beautiful Miss Wani herself, honey, from Wani's house.
Hey,
Wani,
everybody.
let them know who you are, darling, tonight.
Tonight, I decided to bring out Chalet.
Hey, come on, Chalet. Come on, Chalet. Where did Chalet come from? Let them know,
I
honey.
love it.
Let them know.
Love it.
Chalet
Love
was
it.
inspired by my twin sister over there, Shalomi. This
Come
is
on,
Chalet.
somebody. Chalet. Hey,
That's Chalet. Chalet.
come on, Chalet,
Give
honey.
it to Chalet.
Tonight
Chalet.
you cannot refer to her as Wani tonight, honey. You have to refer to her as Chalet.
Chalet.
Okay. She tapped into her inner Shalomi and came out with Chalet.
That's
Come
right.
Mhm,
on,
mhm.
somebody. All right. And of course, I am your girl. I am the glamorous penny pincher, Shalomi. Welcome, 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 welcome. Guys, if you are in the house, you should know that you should have a drink going. I don't care what it is. Ladies, what are you drinking? Wani, what are you drinking tonight?
I decided I was going to sip on the sangria that I had last weekend.
Okay.
It
Make it
was
do what
really
it
good.
do.
It came from Sam's. So it was pretty
Mm.
good. I will have to doctor it up a little bit, but it's not that bad.
All
Oh,
right.
okay.
Well, give it up for the
Okay.
sangria.
Okay.
Yes, girl.
Sangria.
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 Brie, what are you
Sangria for
drinking?
Chalet.
For
Oh,
sure.
Sangria for chalet. Chalet
coochie,
is
coochie,
it?
coochie.
Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie says, make sure you hit that like button. Give us a thumbs up, honey. Give us
Yes,
a thumbs up.
please.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Go ahead, Bree.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. I'm just having some fruit and a little white wine.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh,
Look at
okay.
her.
Let me hurry and get you off of here.
Okay. Huh.
So you can go make it do what it do.
Now,
All right. You know what? Tonight I kind of went the juice way. So I'm just having some juice tonight. It's actually, what's the Hawaiian punch?
Hawaiian
Hawaiian.
punch.
Hawaiian punch? Are they
Nothing.
still they
I
still
haven't
alive? I didn't think they
tried. I
were.
haven't had Hawaiian punch in such a long time.
Wow.
And I saw the bottle, the jug on the counter, and I believe my grandson was having it. So I'm like, I'll just do what he did and add some
Okay.
ice.
Oh,
I'm good.
Well, it looks good.
Hawaiian punch.
I haven't.
I
I can't
haven't had
even.
that in years.
I can't. I can't even remember the. I can't even go back that far. How long I haven't had it. All right, in the chat, let's see what our guests are drinking tonight. The people in the chat.
Ooh,
Stephanie
Leonie.
is,
What was
honey,
that?
Stephanie is keeping it refreshing.
Water and
She's
lemon. All
drinking
right.
water and lemon, which is exactly what I needed to be drinking. But no, I
Mhm.
am, yeah. Leona is having Molson Canadian beer. Come on, somebody.
All
Almost
right.
hot summer
Mm.
days. A Molson Canadian beer, and then she's gonna out me. She's gonna, put me out there in the
Added some
open. I'll
rum.
let y'all know that I added some rum to my drink.
So she added rum to the beer.
No,
No, to
she's
her
saying
drink.
I added rum to my Hawaiian punch.
Oh, you added rum. Oh.
Can't tell.
How's she gonna do me like that? And Donzel, Donzel's gonna have some apple juice.
Always gonna have apple juice.
Always
Very
gonna
key.
have some apple juice.
But he
Nap,
always come with his drinks.
always.
Hmm.
And
Always.
Hmm.
Nappy's having some tea. Maybe
Yes.
I should have went that way for my throat or
Oh.
Mm.
water, but here I am drinking something else. All right, guys. I'll do better next time. I'll do better next time and have
Mhm.
something, some water or something. Okay, guys, you know what? Let's get through the content. Tonight, we will be discussing the show Revealed. And let's not forget Jacqueline. Jacqueline's healthy, honey, and watching her skin and how flawless
Yes,
it
she
is. She's
is.
drinking her water.
Ooh,
Mom, what
water.
are you drinking? If I know my mom, mommy, what you drinking? I don't have any rum, Leone.
It's Friday.
You better stop spreading rumors. Put my business out in the street.
All out in the street, girl.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. Sunny Day's having water as well. Give it up for my water people.
Damn.
My people who are, intentional in keeping themselves hydrated.
Yeah.
The best
Yes,
way
it was.
possible with water. I give it up to you guys. I struggle with my water sometimes,
And
and
so do
I need to do better. So you serve as an inspiration to me to get my water in.
Especially today at here at 95 degrees and 112 heat index. It is
Oh,
crazy.
oh yeah.
That's kind of where we
Crazy.
are too.
Yeah,
It
we
is
are
Crazy.
too. It was 101 yesterday.
something like that.
Mm.
child.
Yeah.
The way I'm not going outside,
I didn't
I
go out
am
there
just
today.
the way I'm inside. Yeah, I went out
Mhm.
last night at about 8 o'clock to kind of just water my plants at the front, and yeah, came right back in.
Yes, you did.
It's hot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be reviewing this week the HGTV show Revealed, and today we are going to review episode 4. And I know Brie is ready for episode 4.
Mm-hmm,
All right,
mm-hmm.
so let's get
Mhm.
into it, guys.
All
So
right.
Veronica's working with this family. They are the Graham family, Ike and Jessica. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, Lord, the name Ike is rubbing me the wrong way, but Lord, he couldn't help himself. His mama gave him that name. I said, go ahead, Ike. I hope you keep
Oh,
your
not
hands to
Ike.
yourself. I keep your hands to yourself.
Okay.
Right? But they seem to be a lovely couple. They have 4 kids. And yeah,
Mm.
Shatika is here. Hey, Shatika, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey.
Look at them. Someone's like, stop. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I had flashbacks when I saw the name Stephanie. I was like, Lord, I hope his last name ain't Turner.
Okay, huh? Whew.
But
Yes, ma'am.
they were a lovely couple with 4 kids. So of
Mm-hmm.
course we're gonna start off just like we usually do with the neighborhood. What did you guys think of the neighborhood? And I know in this show they don't show a lot of it. They just show
Mm-hmm.
like the initial drive up, and a lot of times you have to kind of catch it when they're like doing construction or something like that, or you kind of
Mm-hmm.
rewind and look and see if there's anything
Mm-hmm.
that that you can pick up. So what
Yes.
did you guys think about the neighborhood?
Well, the only part that I could catch
Anybody?
was the roof.
Anyway,
Was the roof,
that's free. She
and
started already, y'all.
well. You know how they do the little flyover with the helicopter. Now you see,
Okay.
is that what was that? Is that a roof? No. What was that? That was a little bush.
What did you think, buddy?
I saw, you can see like the overview of the neighborhood. And
Well, yes. You know what it would remind me of? It remind me of those neighborhoods with the cookie cutter homes.
mm-hmm,
That's what it
mm-hmm.
reminded me of. And
Yeah.
I didn't see any. It was just.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
was
it wasn't
okay.
nothing that really.
I
I said,
agree.
"Ooh, those some nice bushes." So
I agree.
I
it
can't.
was okay. Wasn't nothing to it.
One is praying for you. One is praying for you,
I
Bree.
am.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was a
bushes can be nice.
typical
Bushes are
neighborhood.
no,
Typical
she's not
neighborhood.
gonna be
They
good.
had a big, beautiful tree in the front yard that was blooming that I
Mm-hmm.
liked. It's right there in the front.
So that
Now
was a treat.
the tree was beautiful. It's typical nice family neighborhood. It was
Neighborhood.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nothing to
Nothing like
knock me off my feet. It was
no.
just
Right,
an
right,
okay
right.
neighborhood, and that's okay. There's
Yes.
good things happening in okay neighborhoods. I
Yes.
was good
Mm-hmm.
with the neighborhood. Now they had a budget of 100K and 6 weeks to get the projects done. And
Mhm.
based on what we have seen in the last 3 weeks, I was like, 100,000 ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Nah, because
That
they had a
was
lot that needed to be done.
that was my
It was
initial.
all in that kitchen. Okay, Mister.
It, okay, that was my initial thoughts when I saw $100,000. I was like, based on what we've seen before and the budgets, how much larger they were. And in some of these projects, they weren't even taking walls down, and the budget was exhausted. I'm like, I
Exactly.
don't know what she's going to do with $100,000, but we'll see as we go through.
Now
Hmm.
that was their first home, right?
Yes,
Yes, it was.
it was their first home. So, in upon entering the room, one of the first places they went was in the family room. Talk to me about the family room, somebody.
Oh my goodness. Me,
Go
me.
ahead, I pick you.
Y'all, that family room, I wrote sofa goes in the family room. It was just like that was it. They had that sectional and it then everything else. You knew you had a place to sit, that's for sure. But there was there was like no style to it. They had the sofa. They knew that's where it was going. That was it.
Period.
Period.
Bree, what did you think?
The sofa was big.
The sofa was sofaing.
It
Okay.
was big like the fireplace down. See, at first when I seen that stone wall, I just thought it was a stone wall until you came down and you seen this little square and I said, "Oh, it's a fireplace."
Hmm.
They
Yeah,
need to make that bigger. That was so small. It looked
it
like
was
a
Hmm.
little.
tiny.
I was
Yeah.
like, "Wow, that's a fireplace."
Yeah, but I think it goes back to probably the time that the house was built.
Yes.
That's what was
Hmm.
probably in fashion at the time.
Hmm.
The room, to me, in my notes I have, it was huge. It was a huge room,
It
good
was.
size, but it was just blah. And I was thinking they don't even have a pillow, like a throw
Not,
pillow, a
not a
rug, a
plant,
vase.
a
Give me something
picture.
to work with, people. But then I heard her say that they were only in the house for 2 months.
Too
And
much.
then
Right.
it kind of I'm like, oh, okay. Because they didn't have
Hmm.
a picture on the wall, a pillow on the sofa, a
Hmm.
vase on the table, nothing. All there was the sofa, a small table, and the TV on top of it. So when she gave us that timeline as to how long they had been in the house, it made sense where
Yes.
where I was like, okay, so they probably just got moved in the house and decided that they were gonna immediately
Yes.
do some
Get it
renos on it. So
Hmm.
it was
right.
at that time that it made sense. Another thing that I noticed was the beams. I like the beams in the ceiling, but I don't
Yeah, of
like the
course you did.
wood. I don't like all
They
the wood behind the beams. Am I making sense?
I
oh
agree. I
oh you talking about
agree.
the rafter? What was it? The
Yes,
the
Yes.
that little
like the slats.
angle?
In
Yeah,
between.
I
And then they
gotcha.
put the beams on top of that. I'm like, why did you do that?
Yes.
So that
Yes.
was one of the things for me. But I loved the space
Yes.
itself.
I
Mm-hmm.
love the space.
There was a lot that really could go on in there.
Mm-hmm.
Then they went to the dining room,
Mm.
No, dining hall.
or the dining area.
Okay.
That.
I'll call it a dining area because it
Yes.
was right off of the family room.
Right.
Hmm. Hmm.
Talk to me
Hmm.
about the dining area.
With the two tables.
With the
Yes.
two tables together. I'm like,
Hey, you got to
why?
work with what you can work with. They only been there 2 months. You got to keep that in mind. 2 months. 2 months.
But
So
they didn't need
maybe they did. You know, they did a lot of traveling, and I think this is the first house that they're actually going to put some roots there. So since they did a lot of traveling, I think they only travel with so much furniture. I don't know what kind of business that he's into, but he said they do a lot of traveling. So to be their first house, they must travel all the time.
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly.
And I don't know if his job
But they
keeps
didn't
him on
really
the
say
road a
what.
lot. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but the furniture, when I first looked at it, I said, okay, I gotta keep that in mind. You know, this is their first house and they did a lot of traveling. So they really didn't have time to actually sit down and put some roots and say, okay, we're gonna buy some furniture.
That makes
So
sense.
I say, okay, all right, we can let it pass on that with the two dining. There wasn't even dining room tables. What were they? What card tables? What were they?
No, because
That
they
one.
had drawers. They had drawers, right? Didn't they have drawers with tools?
I don't know what they were, but there was two of them. They looked like the exact table, but they pushed them
Yeah.
together.
I was
And
wondering if they probably had one in that dining space and then the little dining space that was behind the kitchen. And maybe no
mm-hmm,
one was going back there, so they just kind of put the two together.
Mm,
Because remember now, they have 4 children.
mm-hmm,
right.
mm-hmm.
So
More
so
children.
so they
Mm-hmm.
need the space. And if the children were to eat at the other dining table, they would be totally like in two different houses because of because of the layout of the house.
Yes, they
So I
definitely
think
would have
I
been.
think that's why it kind of made sense for them to put the two tables together that everyone can be together in the same space.
Right,
Yeah,
right, 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 right.
Makes sense? Yeah.
yeah.
And I wasn't mad at them for like I said, the furniture was just okay, but I wasn't mad at them for their train of thought in I'm gonna keep my family together at dinner time at all costs, even if I have to put these two tables together.
Put these
We're
two
gonna make it work.
exactly.
This is our house. We're gonna do what we're gonna do, and we're gonna enjoy each other's company.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm,
So
I
mm-hmm,
kudos to
mm-hmm.
totally
them for
agree.
doing that.
Right.
Then guys, they went into the kitchen.
Mm, mm, mm.
And when they went to the kitchen, I couldn't breathe.
It
I
was.
was like yellow. All I see
And guess
was
what? I
yellow.
also the yellow towel, and it
And
was
those
cracked,
cabinets.
and the counters had stuff everywhere. Everywhere. I was like, oh my goodness, how does she cook and function in there? Because it's so tiny, and then every space had something. Because she didn't have a lot of storage.
Exactly.
The only big thing that was on the counters was the stove top.
The green one.
Yeah. Because
Yes,
you
that.
always all you see with these eyes everywhere. It's like
I can't.
it
Give
just
me 1 second, guys.
Yes, because I did at the end when it kind of hovered around and it shared the green stove top, and I was like, okay, where that come from? I'm
well,
like,
I don't know how old that house was, but those cabinets, man, I remember those in my grandmother's house.
it was
Yeah.
original.
It was an old house.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
was an old house.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was
Um,
just straight flat. Nothing.
yeah,
Just
but they decided, like we stated earlier, they decided that they were gonna go fix it up the minute they got in, right? So I guess a
Mm-hmm.
lot of
right.
the things that we're commenting on, it didn't really matter because they hadn't been in. They had all
That's right.
intentions of doing the rentals to the house.
Right, right, right. Especially it needed a do-over in that kitchen.
Exactly.
Just
So
knock it out the
kudos to
park.
them for um for being able to do it that quickly, because a lot of us when we get into our homes, especially our first home, we're gonna
Right.
we're gonna work with what we have until we're able to do better.
That's right.
Especially, we probably do like one room at a time. The
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
living room was something that they probably could have lived with. I would have just added some pictures and, a little bit of decor, maybe a throw over the sofa and stuff like that, just to make it work for now. But
Mm-hmm.
it was really nice to see that they were able to do everything right
Yes.
at the same time.
And that was
Yeah,
really nice because, like you
that
said,
Exactly.
was
it's not the
Exactly.
norm. Yeah, it's not the norm.
right.
Exactly. So hang on 1 second. You talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna mute. Somebody's walking up to my door.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Leonie said, "Money business. That's why they need the beans poker and the poker table." And then she's talking about the kitchen. She said, "You need sunglasses in that yellow kitchen." Yeah, that kitchen was
That's
very
the
yellow.
truth, though. That was the truth because when they showed the kitchen, the first thing I said was yellow.
And that's what I
All you
put
see
also,
was
yellow tile. Yeah.
yes, yes. And I think that what was the cabinets, white
Yes.
or off-white or something like that. So
Mhm.
that was a heck of a combination. The only thing they were missing was the little star. What is they call it? My grandmother used to have on the tile. They were like
Oh, those look like little
yellow.
star things that's
Yeah,
in
they look
between
like
the
little
tiles.
clusters. Yeah,
Yes,
that's the only thing that
yes,
was missing.
yes.
I like that I like that even though they didn't really have much and things were as they were, she was intentional about hanging those little um
Those little.
glass stained window
Mhm,
fruits from like her
mhm,
grandmother as
mhm.
kind of like
That
a
would have put the
tribute
Yeah, that
to
would have
her
put the cream on
grandmother.
it
Were
then.
they properly placed? No, but she's like, I want this in here, so it's gonna
Exactly.
stay. Yeah.
That
All
would have
right.
been the
Then
cream of
one
the
of
crop.
the things that I loved in dealing with the the um the heirlooms and stuff like that was the family piano. The piano
Oh,
was
that was nice.
That was
passed
nice.
down like three generations. Her grandparents
Mm-hmm.
had it, then they gave it to her mom, then her mom gave it to her. I thought that
Yes,
was really, really special.
I
I
yes,
thought
it
that
thought
was
it
was.
was
special too.
special.
And he said it went everywhere with them. So and they
Everywhere
had
I
Everywhere.
know.
everywhere.
Can you imagine having that thing shipped if they were traveling like that?
I
And
Well,
it's
I don't
still
know.
do
in
that
one
part.
piece. And it's
It's
still in one piece.
exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Hmm. But
So,
it was a nice
while we're
heirloom.
doing that, do any of you guys in the chat let us know if you have any family heirlooms, that things in your home that's been passed down from like one generation to another, maybe from your great great grandparents, great, or just your grandparents to your parents, and then now you have it, and have any intentions of passing it down to your children. Let us know
Mm.
have
Mine were
if you have
pearls.
anything like that.
Pearls.
Her
Pearls,
mother's
exactly.
pearls. Hmm.
It may not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily be furniture or home decor or anything like that. See, Stephanie has
Her
her
mother's
grandmother's
china.
china.
That's china.
I have
Mm-hmm.
some pieces from my mom as well, like tea sets and
Yes,
stuff
I have
Mm-hmm.
tea
that I
sets.
intend to keep. And I moved from Canada and I moved the whole lot
Mm.
with me over here, right? But there are definitely some pieces that I could pass down to my daughters,
Mm-hmm.
just because. I
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
also have something that I have done, and this is when I wasn't penny pinching.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just put that out there.
Uh-oh.
When and I lived here in Georgia at the time. This is before we moved to Canada. I don't know if anybody knows, like the Salad Master cookware. They're made from like the same material that they used to make like the equipment in the hospital. Like
Mm-hmm.
yes. I literally just saw the receipt yesterday. I bought it in 2003. It was $3,000
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
in 2003. I wasn't penny pinching then. Don't judge
No,
me.
no, no, you weren't.
But guess what? You can, if you look at them right now, you would think that I just picked them up from the store. They
Wow.
still look
Wow.
brand new. They can't be finished. You can't wear them out. And that was the reason why I got it, because I can easily pass. These pots can go down for like generations to come,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They look like stainless steel. They are beautiful. And all I have
Mm-hmm.
to do to maintain them is use Barkeeper's Friend
Mm-hmm.
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 and just
And
polish
shine them
them
back up.
and wash them, and they're good to go. They look brand new. When you guys
Wow.
decide to come visit me, I will show them to you.
That
Oh,
that
But
was
okay.
that was to me. I got hit. That was to
mhm,
me.
a hit dog will holler. Those things look brand new. You can cook like anything in them, and
Mm.
they're so that's something from me that I will pass down to my kids. And like I said, I have like little tea sets and stuff from my mom that I will pass down to my children as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the piano. So let's talk construction. So for construction, I was kind of nervous again when she talked about the $100,000 budget, and then she's gonna take walls down. I was like, Jesus,
I'm like,
keep
what?
Yeah,
me
she
near
did
the
knock some
cross.
walls down.
Yes.
Right?
Um,
So she ended
mhm.
up doing the two walls in the kitchen. She
Mm-hmm.
did
Mhm.
the wall She took the wall down that was between the kitchen and that little small dining room area.
Mm-hmm.
Which was great idea.
It
Yep.
was a great idea to open that up. And then she
Yes.
Mm,
also took the peninsula down from
Yes.
the kitchen,
uh-huh.
that little
From
Yes.
the
extra
kitchen, opened it up.
cupboard and whatever.
And it was another wall that she no was a door, a sliding door, or something that
She
she
turned
Yes.
said
into
she
a
would just go
window.
have. Yeah, she said, "Well, I'll go ahead and bite that one just in case something happens."
Yeah.
Because
And it,
she didn't get permission with that one. But
exactly. So she turned into that, it turned it into that window.
hmm
And the whole kitchen inspo was from like their love of travel when they were like putting all the pieces together. They were putting like
Mm-hmm.
the natural eyed materials like beside the
hmm
colors that they liked and stuff like that. I kind of like that process that they go through, that they kind of walk through to get a good feel for these are the ideas that we have. Now let's find them in the
Yes.
versions that they need to be in so we can put them in. So guys, for those of you who don't watch the show, they will pull fabric in, they will pull like natural wood and they will put them beside
Mm-hmm.
each other and add little herbs and stuff depending on what
Of
the thought
colors.
is or what the vision is for what they want the home to look like. And they will kind of get everything together on a counter and kind of start looking at things. So the family wanted it to be something that had to do with like their love of travel and natural outdoorsy materials, and something about New Zealand. I think they were living in New Zealand for a little
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
while.
yeah. They wanted that organic, modern look.
Yes.
Exactly.
Organic modern. That's
Organic modern. And I'm like, I hope it don't look like Kim Kardashian's house. It looks like a concrete
oh my just
place with black soap dishes.
but
I'm
yes.
like,
I seen that house. I was like, "Whoa, okay,
I was like,
how
if
modern, but whoa."
if this is what it is, I don't want it.
No.
I don't want it.
Don't want
Like
it.
it's my
Not
house. I don't
interested.
want it.
hmm
So
hmm
then they went to the historian to look
Mm-hmm.
at their genealogy. And this is always one of my favorite parts of the show, is how do they get the to incorporate like their culture and their history into their home.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
So two things happened. Jesse, they found that the wives, her grandfather, they found his name on a passenger list
Yes.
of when he came to the US. And
Mm-hmm.
he came on April 22nd, 1909,
hmm
and he
Yes.
was 16 years old. When I
hmm
see things like that, it just like overwhelms me. I'm like, wow. And
1909.
1909. And then they actually showed the ship that
Yes.
he came on. What did you guys think about that?
First thing I thought about was like my great grandfather. He actually helped raise me. He was born in 1908.
Wow.
And so I like started like thinking like, wow, 1908. And then this guy came over from at 16 at 1909. So that means he was born in what, like 18, the late 1800s.
Exactly.
And I was just like, that is incredible. And to, you see like on like documentaries and you see people coming into New York on the boats, but to actually like see it and see a picture of it, I was like, wow, that is fascinating.
Very fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought it was fascinating in the first two episodes,
And
It
then
and then
was
it
and
starts.
then and then
Then it
it's not
starts to get.
fascinating anymore.
No, it started to get old.
No, it,
What I was thinking was this. I mean, I think it's a great idea, and I think that that angle of um, doing the background to try to find a person's family and this and that is great. But I think there's other ways to do that to make it more interesting,
okay.
and which she did do for the male, the husband. And I said, now there you go. Now see, that's different. He is a poet, a poet, and showed a picture of it and had actually some poetry. Now see, that's different because
Mhm.
that means that you actually doing some background on that person's family so he can integrate that into the home. I mean,
Absolutely.
okay, it was like I said, the finding the passenger list and coming on the boat is fine on the first two episodes, but it was starting to get old, and I was like, oh, I hope they do something different, or something a little bit more
But you
different.
know what? You raise a very good point, and I like that you brought that up. However, maybe that was the if they did it for the husband, they probably did it for the wife as well to look into her background to see
And that's
what was
all.
your family doing. But maybe that was the only thing they found, right?
Hmm.
Because for the husband, they also found that his
Yes.
grandfather
Oh,
came over on a ship as well called the Dreadnought, honey. I was like, the
Woo,
Dreadnought
I
what?
wouldn't have got on that one
I was like,
because
what, the dreadlocks? No,
that now
it was a dreadnought.
the wife's family ship would have it looked like a ship that okay I could see people traveling
Yes,
on back, but that thing I said a pirate ship.
exactly what it looks like. A pirate
it
ship
did
with
look like
all
a
the
pirate
sails.
ship.
With
He was a
all the
pilot.
sails. That's
It was
what he came. He came from England too.
mm,
On that thing, honey. And that was in 1861.
mm,
That
Wow.
was her great great
Now that was his, what
grandfather.
is a great grandfather?
Yes.
mm.
And then the one that you spoke about, the grandfather that was a poet, his name is Alexander McCradden.
McCrack.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander
McCracken.
McGradden.
Mm,
And
Sounds Irish.
he was four times Ike's great grandfather, and the poem and the pic. They actually, I can't believe they had a picture of him.
yes, they had
A
a
picture of
picture
him.
of him.
She found the
Yeah,
I like
picture. Now, see, that's fascinating.
yes.
That's
that
fascinating.
was amazing to me. But they did show
Hmm.
pictures of Jessica's grandparents and stuff. They had
Yes.
pictures, but nothing that far back, right?
Mm-mm.
So
Hmm.
here is what took me now. Here is what took me. So Jessica was there, what, well, where they were at the historian's office, and she was like, "Oh, these things have, created our love for travel."
Hmm.
I'm like, "What created your love for travel?" So because
But
I came from Jamaica and an airplane,
There you go.
that's
is
all
that
I need for. But she was acting like they were her like the information they found.
Was
They
a
inspired
were
her?
connection.
traveling all over the world. No, they emigrated from
No.
one country to come to Canada. And they
Exactly.
That
showed
that
you
now
the
see
best.
that kind of got me too. I said, now see that you're stretching, you're
You're
reaching now,
reaching. That's
Mm-hmm.
what
you're
I said.
reaching.
I said, Jessica, you are reaching. I said, I love to travel, not because I came from Jamaica on an airplane, so my children will love to travel because this
Oh
is what
yes.
Mama did. Child,
Yes.
Hmm.
you were
I
reaching,
know.
as Bree said, you were reaching.
You were
She was
reaching.
reaching.
But we gonna let it slide. We gonna let it slide. We gonna let it slide. So, ladies, then I can. Were you guys keeping track of the price points for the
And you
items?
I
know I
only seen one
was.
price point. That was the cabinet was $18,000. I'm like,
18.
woo,
I said, wait, what?
woo.
I said, 18. I said, that's the whole budget.
How,
Shoot,
but,
most of the
but
cabinets
wait a
were
minute.
open. Where was the doors?
And that's what I'm saying. She owed them some change again because
Again,
it was open cabinetry. But what are we doing?
oh, that
It
was
was
some change. Bring me my
it was
change.
that clay. It was that clay that
Thank
they were boasting
you.
about all over the cabinet.
And then they had the curated pantry that was $1,900. The mantle, the piece of wood that they added was
Yes.
1650.
It was how much? See, I didn't get
1650.
that one. How much?
1650.
16,000?
No, 1600 now. Come
Oh,
on.
oh, I'm
But
just
you could
saying.
have gone, they could have gone to Home Depot.
They could have.
Okay.
The dining room table. Ooh.
The dining room, where my dining, it was $8,000.
Because he made it, yeah. He said
I
he was
said,
holding on that
just
piece of wood. It's for them.
keep me at the
And I,
cross. And then the stained glass slider was $3,200.
yes.
I
I
was
still
like,
didn't understand that, but okay.
anyway, leave the people alone, Bree. That's what they
Mm-hmm.
want.
They do
Don't
what
start.
they
Don't
want.
start,
They
Bree.
didn't
Don't
want that.
start.
We could have
Mm-hmm.
done a whole lot
All
better.
right.
But the
All right.
stained glass was interesting.
Very.
Mm,
So this is the thing for me. She wanted to do that heirloom project that she did with the kids. And at
Mm-hmm.
first I was like, look at Wani's face. Wani's like, mm-hmm. At
Mm.
first I was like, really? And I'm thinking in that moment, I'm like, why wouldn't the piano be that heirloom piece since
Mm-hmm.
it has already started going from one
Yes.
generation to the next? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why do
Yes.
you need to create something new? Then she took the kids outside and they were all drawing these pictures. And in that moment, I was like,
Oh my God. Exactly.
Did she turn those into plates?
yes, I like the end result, but
I
the
did.
process was killing me. I'm like, don't tell me you're gonna put those in frames and put them up on the wall because it means
No.
that I'm writing HGTV about you.
I felt the same way because I thought, okay, is she going to transpose their art onto some of the clay or something? But like you, I like the final result
The end
because it
result.
wasn't.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So they did the built-ins and then they added this Roman clay over it.
That's what I told you where that $8,000 came from. It's that darn clay.
And at first I was like, because it looked so nice when they installed it. And I was
Hmm.
like, oh, that looks really nice. And then they started adding that Roman clay. And I'm like, I don't know.
Why
But because I guess they wanted to give it that concrete look,
did they
like
go
Kim
to Rome?
Kardashian's house.
And natural, they probably did, but I don't understand why do that over. I don't know.
Over
Why
perfect,
put that?
beautiful built cabinets. I
Yes.
think they could have
Yeah.
found another way
Hmm.
and save them that money. They could have added
Yes.
something else and saved them that money because the space would have been just as beautiful without the Roman clay. But anyway, child, she wanted to put the Roman clay, and the Roman clay they did.
And then she decided she wanted to put it all on the wall. It was at first it was just in one area. And I was like,
She,
okay, because I didn't know what
She
it
want
was.
that
But then when she said
cement look,
all
I
over the
guess.
wall, I said, okay.
this is like
Mm-hmm.
when she does the overkill with the grass cloth,
Yes.
right? But she'll
Hmm.
have it. She
Mm-hmm.
always starts off with, "I'm just gonna put it here," and then she ends up putting it everywhere.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like what happened with that,
With the Roman clay.
with the
Yes.
Roman clay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then she went to the lady about the pottery, the potter that made the plates, the
Hmm.
heirloom plates. I just loved.
I like that.
It reminds me of the Bible scripture, "I am the potter and you are the
Yes.
clay, and I'll, mold me and make me after your will," and all that stuff. And th- so the pictures, guys, for those of you who don't watch the show, the pictures that the children drew,
Hmm.
she ended up taking them to a potter and created an entire
Like a
dining
dishware
set
served, but yes,
with
Why?
plates, with
the
plates,
bowls.
I
um,
think it was a waste of money.
salad plates, and mugs and stuff like that. Say that
Yes.
again, Marie, because Donzel, come get your girl.
It was a waste of money. It was. Come on now, think about it.
But wait, but we don't know
Think
how much
about it.
was it?
Where can they
I
put?
don't
I
remember
don't know,
seeing
but
them.
I bet you was the strum. I bet you it was at least $800-900
It probably, I'm
for
sure it
that.
was.
Hmm.
I'm sure it was.
I bet you because
I
they,
would.
they had to create that. She
Yeah.
took the kids' drawings and say, "Put this on the plate." Now, I can understand if it was the kids' plate. Here's your set, but why? Why?
I disagree. I think it creates that memory. Like, these children are gonna grow up to become adults. But then again, who she gonna give it to? She got folks.
Exactly. They could do that in art class. You'll get plenty of it when they do it in art
They're
class and
gonna
put it on the
split it up.
refrigerator.
They're gonna
But
split it.
They're gonna split it up.
I'm
They're gonna
telling you
split
what's
them
going to
up.
happen. Because, see, to me, it's like this. This is something, okay, the heirloom go back to your family and your background and you put it into your home. That has nothing to do with it. That's just kids drawing on a piece of paper, and she went to the pottery and had them put that on some plate cups and some knives or whatever it is. I thought that was such a waste. You can
I
okay if the kids if you want to do something for the kids, to have them go outside on the sidewalk and put their handprint on there and say, okay, this is where it was when you was this age and you got your handprint, your
They
footprint,
can't take
something like
that
that.
away.
Or
They
better
were
yet,
not doing masonry work. They were not
but,
doing
but,
any outdoor projects.
but better yet, all that Roman clay, they could have had their handprint on there. It would have made it something that if they want something to say, okay, this is what you did when you was
They
this.
could have made. Are you saying they could have made molds and
They
then they
could
could
have
have
made molds
framed the
of the
Yeah,
molds?
they could have done something if you wanted something like that. But for plates
She's not.
that probably cost them $800
Well,
to have that done.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Why?
you're right.
they should have stuck with the. They should have stuck. Are
Why?
you saying they should have just stuck with the piano?
Just
Well, I think yes, because that actually had meaning. You know what I'm saying? That
But
actually
they're
has
creating
meaning.
their. I don't think it's any different than me starting my own with the pots that I purchased for
Mm-hmm.
my children. So now they have
Mm-hmm.
a piano that came from like 2 generations
mm-hmm.
back, and now they have these plates. So as an adult, the when they're saying like these are plates that we made
That we made
when our
mom and
house got
dad.
remodeled when we were children, and we drew these little pictures. It's the story behind it. I believe is probably why they went with it, because when they become adults, they will definitely have a story to tell.
Well, that's fine, but not for the show.
Exactly.
Bree said, okay, whatever, but not for this.
Not for
I'm
the
not
show.
interested in that.
Bree said
Not
you can
for
make
the
it, but don't bring it over
show.
here. Bree said you can make it, but don't bring it. Don't bring it on the camera.
Yes.
Don't bring it on the camera. Don't
I
bring it
mean, they
on.
could have did it with the cameras off. Say, "Come on, kids, let's go make an heirloom." But not
Yeah, with the change, with the change.
for this show. Not for somebody who's you paying money. No, sorry.
Okay,
No.
Robin just joined us. Let me take a pause. Robin says, "Hi, ladies. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm late. Husband not feeling well. He has Parkinson's. Pray for me.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
definitely.
We
yes.
send prayers to your husband and to you for taking care of him.
Mm-hmm.
We know that can't be
Mm-hmm. Give you
easy, but
strength.
Mm-hmm.
we pray his strength and
Yeah.
pray your strength that it will be well with both of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for joining us in spite of. Thank
Yes.
you very much for coming on. We appreciate you.
Yes, we do.
All right, guys. The stained glass windows, honey, them was $3,200.
They could have kept it. I didn't
Like
like
with
it.
some plates.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I think? You know what I think they could have done? I think they could have put maybe, you know how they did the window? They
Mm-hmm.
could have maybe put one pane at the top
Yes.
and just do windows.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the top of my doors, I have like a long rectangular piece at the top, and then the windows beneath it. I'm like, they could have done the stained glass window
Yes.
just with that one pane and
I,
just do regular windows, honey. They
Then,
went
then,
full
then the
church.
guy couldn't do his creativity because he really wanted to dive in to do that. So
you know what? But
he wanted to do that. He
I
wanted his
thought
project.
that dated that space. I did not like it at
Yes,
all.
yeah, it dated the
I did not
space.
like it either.
It was,
Matter
it
of
was,
fact, I don't
it
think it
was,
went with the rest of the house.
it was like contrast. That like they were fighting
Mm-hmm.
each other. It's like, is it modern or is it what is it? They
And
could have
like
they could have done that in the bathroom, okay?
they could have. And like Bree said, he wanted that project because when he put those two
Brown
stained glasses, he said, and they change colors.
was like, ooh, the
They do.
magic.
Girl, he is passionate about his projects,
Yes,
girl.
he is.
Stephanie said it was a whole church.
It's a
I
church.
was so look. I was like, oh my goodness. I hope that it is what she wanted because it did look like an old church.
It did. It's
Well,
not what
when she
wanted.
saw it, well, let's go to the reveal. All
Mhm.
right, guys. So it's reveal time, right? Construction went on for 6 weeks with $100,000, and then
Mm-hmm.
the family returns home.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first thing you noticed when they opened the door?
The glass that those what is
Y'all
it?
didn't realize that the door was red.
Oh, it was
Oh, I
still
didn't even
red.
see
And
that.
I'm like, now how do you get a whole pop of color in the naturalness that they wanted? Like,
Yes.
They didn't paint that.
They left it.
Oh.
Mm.
I'm like,
Mm.
y'all should have done
They
so.
left
You
it
should have
red.
done something with the
Maybe
door.
that's what she wanted.
What's you
You
know what?
know, that lady don't want
Yeah.
no red door. She
But
wants
on all
everything to be
No.
natural.
yes, on all
Mm-hmm.
of her designs that we've seen, it seems like she always forgets the door.
I'm gonna write her about the doors.
Cause that's part of the room.
Look at Robin. Robin said, "Those windows is what my grandma church had."
Hmm.
You know, that's right.
That's the first thing
Yes.
I see when she opened the door. The door. Okay.
All right. So,
Mm-hmm.
what do you guys think of one of the first things that they talked about when they came through the front door was the piano wall?
It was interesting. I see where they were going with that, but I, I
Look at
think it would have been
Ronnie.
better in a actual music room, but not
Thank
as
you.
a part of the home kind of
Thank
thing. I
you.
think there should have been a separate area for that, not part of the home, because it looked like it was divided. I don't know what's going on there. It was like,
It was in the wrong place for me.
It
That wall
was.
was it.
mm-hmm,
That wall didn't belong there. That wall belonged like
Hmm.
maybe in a study
Yes.
mm-hmm,
or someplace like that, but as like not. And I think what I've noticed her do is kind of like a pattern of hers. It's like the conversation piece is like at the door as soon as you open the door. I get that, but not everything can be in the front.
No, exactly.
Not
And
every
that is not what I don't believe that is what they wanted to walk into the door and see.
the first as
it's
the
like it
first
took
thing.
away from the
Yes.
heirloom. Yeah. It
Yes.
like it took away from the heirloom. And then they
Yeah.
wrote all over it and drew all over the eye. If that was me, I'd be like, we're gonna take that off, right? Because I
And
don't
then
want that
they
all.
and then they drew the dreadnought under the piano.
Yes, that's like
I
no, we taking that off.
I did not like anything. I didn't like the wall. I don't.
Mm-mm.
That's almost like I would have rather for her. You guys seen those puzzles, and it's like the puzzle of the world, and it's
Yeah.
made of wood. You have to put it
Mm-hmm.
together. It's huge, and you put the
Mm-hmm.
little pin in every place that you visited. I would
Mm-hmm.
rather they did something like that because at least it's artistic. I did that almost like it's like they walked through the door of like Red Lobster.
Come on, Red Lobster. It's true. It's true.
No red lobster.
The Red Lobster wall. It's the Red Lobster wall.
Yes. You
But she right
standing
though,
there
because what
waiting
do
for
red
them to
lobster have?
say,
Ships and nets and all that other
It's
stuff.
true. It's the
Last
truth. The Red Lobster wall. I didn't like it. I don't so much mind the wall. I just didn't like where it was positioned.
yeah.
One thing I did like though, I did like that they painted the a line of the poem when you opened the piano. It was on the piano cover.
Yes.
One line of the poem from the grandfather. Bree says she don't like it. Where would you?
I would
Where
have
would you
rather
have
they
liked
had
the poem to be, Bree?
in a
I think it
frame.
was a sentimental thing to do, but if you really want to do that, why don't you paint the whole poem on the wall in a nice little scroll or something
Yes. Yes.
to make it beautiful, not on your heirloom. No,
It just added to the heirloom. This is what my great
no.
granddaddy said on
Mm-mm.
my mama's piano.
But
My
see,
great
but this is the
granddaddy, I think
thing.
they married the two. The poems from
Mm.
Exactly.
the poems from the Ike side, and then the piano is from Jessica's side.
And that's not
They
and that's
they
exactly
they
what I was
just
gonna
ruined.
say. No,
If a
no,
person came in there and wanted to do a what do you call it when you have your heirloom? They come in and price it. What does you call that?
appraiser.
An
Appraiser.
appraisal,
He said, "Well, it would have cost this much. It
the
wasn't if you
value
had
went
to have a."
down.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it went down because if you look at that piece, it looked like it was very, very old, 3 generations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they just ruined it. They just ruined that antique.
Mm-hmm.
And if he really wanted his grandfather's poem, then make art out of it. You know, put it on the wall or in the kitchen on the wall, or it would have been beautiful in the kitchen on the wall as a presentation piece, but
Mm-hmm.
not on the piano.
Yeah.
That is
So
a heirloom. You just ruined it.
So
Stephanie agrees.
I'm trying to I'm wondering. So past couple of episodes, she's shown things and read things that their ancestors had created. What is the problem with her just giving it to them? Why I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna show it, you're gonna wave it in my face, and then you're gonna take
And
it
take it
away?
back.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure they probably got the documents to keep. I'm almost sure. Like, why wouldn't they give them a copy? I'm sure they paid for it.
I'm sure
Probably.
they
I mean,
did.
I'm
Probably got
quite
And
sure they did. They paid for it as part of that $100,000, probably. But
absolutely, it's
that
for it.
just really got me. They just messed up that piano like that.
All
Hmm.
right, let's move on. I won't even talk about the stained glass windows and the banquet because we already talked about that.
that
Mm-mm.
banquet was horrible. I don't want
Yes, it
that.
was. Just, mm-mm.
I was like, no, she didn't. Why?
Well, it did look. It looked very European. I got to give it to her. She did the European look,
That's
but
probably what they wanted. That's what they
yeah,
were
I
going
mean,
for.
yeah,
They
it
didn't
looked
ask for
very,
that.
but it also looked very IKEA.
Yeah.
So
And Jessica went wild, honey, when she saw them stained glass windows. She nearly lost.
she was
She
just,
was like, "This, oh my God."
but
What did she say, Bree? All right, we're gonna leave the stained
I was
glass
just gonna
windows
say,
alone
but
with the
okay.
banquet. What do you guys think about the kitchen?
They did an okay job with the kitchen. I gotta hand it to them. It was completely different, especially when they opened up that wall. It was like one long
Yeah,
galley of kitchen there, man. You could run a relay in there.
absolutely. It looked amazing. And I
I
I
just
don't
did.
know
Amazing.
one thing about
You're
her.
reaching.
One thing about her, I love the countertops. I love the materials that
I
she
do
uses.
like the countertops.
I love
I didn't
them.
like it at all. I couldn't hardly
I
see it.
I love that's the whole idea. I like that she's not going bright
Right.
white with the veining like everybody else.
Hmm.
We've
Exactly.
seen
That's true.
so much of that. So I give her credit for being different and for choose. I loved it. I loved it.
You
The kitchen looked totally different. I think the kitchen was my favorite spot.
Not for me, because the first thing you see was those opening cabinets, and I was like,
oh, thank
why?
you.
Oh, I have that in my notes. I actually said
Why? You
love the
just
kitchen
ruined
without
it.
the
It's
open
just
cabinets
Don't like
because
mm,
it.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be nice at the reveal. But this lady has four
You have to use
kids.
that. Yes.
I was just
Everybody
going to say that
knows
you'll
who
see
lives there.
airplanes inside of there. You're gonna see fingerprints from cookies.
It's
Yeah.
gonna
Everything.
get dusty. I
Yeah, give me some cupboards. I want them locked away.
mm-hmm.
I don't need the
Mm-hmm.
open shelving. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
yes.
All
Now
right.
that is what I believe that took away from the kitchen for me. The kitchen, okay, you could at least you could tell somebody's been there. It's totally different from what she had, and it's an upgrade from what she had. But I just all the shelves and the plates all everywhere, everything just exposed.
It's too much. I didn't
Yeah.
like the open shelving. I like the kitchen. I said in my notes, galley style, love the kitchen without the open cabinets. I do
Mm-hmm.
not like open shelving.
Mm-mm.
Just
Mm-hmm.
just close the things up.
Please.
Please.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But to each his own. All right, then we move over to the dining room, guys. The
The
dining
first thing,
area. The dining
the first thing came to my mind. I said, I hope they're not atheists,
why?
because it was the base of the dining room table came from a
It's from
church.
the church.
It had
That's
the
right.
Oh,
cross. It
And it
had
has
the
the
cross.
cross in it still
yes.
has the cross in the legs.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
yeah. I said, I hope they're not atheists.
But at least now they have a table long enough to have
Mm-hmm.
everybody sit without joining two tables together. I love the chairs that they use. I didn't like the fabric choice and color. Again, these people have four young children
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
with cream colored chairs in a
Mm-hmm.
space, in an everyday space, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Mm-hmm.
like the lighting.
And
Oh
the
yeah, that was
lighting was
interesting. But that looked very, very, very European. That definitely did.
the terracotta pots from India
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
didn't like
is what they use as the lighting. I didn't care for it much myself.
it.
But
Mm-mm.
again,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest with you, the entire style was kind of wasn't really my judge. But
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
someone who's into that kind of style, they're
Mm-hmm.
totally digging it. Like it's
Oh
everything.
yeah.
It was everything.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
All right. So the last place is the family room.
Oh, that's with the
With the
stone
fireplace.
fireplace.
And it's,
I think it was very, very busy. It's too much going on in there. You have the stones that's all natural, and then you have the wood that's going across, and then you have the wood that's been chopped up under there, and then you look over on the right
Mm.
hand side, you got this big old wall unit.
Open again.
Yeah, and all these cabinets and decor and everything. I mean, it was just too busy for me. My eyes was all over the place. I'm like, woo.
You,
But I
I
think
go ahead.
I think I think what they done was better than what was there. They
Hmm.
had more storage to put things, but I think it was just a little bit too busy. Maybe if they had it closed with cabinets or something, I don't know. But it seemed like the stone was clashing with the wall unit.
The
Yes,
stone definitely was. Personally, I wish they had done something with the stone, whether they were
exactly.
gonna whitewash it or
Whitewash.
something. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at it, and it honestly, I just want to like itch. Like it, I'm like, do something with
It's
it.
so
Like
dated.
do something with
Do
it.
something.
Like if
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
especially if they're gonna have the built-ins were beautiful. If you're gonna have
Mm-hmm.
the built-ins and they're open with all that business, whitewash the stones.
Whitewash
Mm-hmm.
the stone. And even
Mm-hmm.
if we have to have the in between wood, like you said, Shalomi, why not make the beams darker and then make the beams that's in between white so it'll go with the
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
And I
Hmm.
think the color of the beans was another clash too.
Because it was
The two of
dated, it
them
was
together.
old.
Because
Yeah.
she didn't do anything with it. She went in and she just left it as is.
Hmm.
But if she had done the in-betweens in like a white light color, that
Hmm.
would take your eyes all the way up now
Yes.
because of the contrast, right?
Hmm.
And she just left that as it is. I didn't care for that piece.
See, if she had to took
I like the built-in.
she took the plates off that project, she probably could have done something with it. She
It's
only
a
had
couple of things
a
she
hundred
could have
thousand
done.
dollars.
I
She
know.
only
I
had
was thinking.
$100,000.
No,
So man,
I would have taken the ceiling with the beams, something done to that over the stained glass windows,
So definitely.
hmm
right?
Hmm.
there was a yeah, there was a lot of sometimes when she does things, and I think it's a good concept what she's doing, but sometimes you can take it overboard. All you need is a touch of these things that a person can remind them of their family or whoever that was. But when you do it in a broad scale, it looks like that darn stained glass window. It looks
Yeah,
dated to me.
Hmm.
yeah. So
That's
this is
your first house. Now you might not stay there forever, but man, you're gonna have a hard time trying to sell it.
that's true.
That's true.
That's true. It's too unique,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, I guess what we're trying to say here is to each his own. You're gonna do with your home whatever you feel like doing with your
Right.
home, and that is totally okay. But when you have a concept, when you are renovating or whatever, you cannot put everything that's in your mind in the room or in the space. Some
Exactly.
of that,
That's
some things you
right.
have to go on a larger scale, some things you have to go small with, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
this is, I'm going to get every single thing in. Listen, the stainless steel, the stained glass windows, if you notice in the reveal, they had the fruits that she had gotten from
Her
the
grandmother.
for her grandmother. They had them redone on the table, looking like they
Mm-hmm.
were like coasters or maybe just pieces. That would have sufficed.
That would
Yes.
have did.
That would
Yes.
have
Yes.
that would have done it, right? As opposed to doing
Mm-hmm.
windows. So when we
Do
are
it in small
renovating,
amounts. Mm-hmm.
exactly, the things that need to be grand, make them grand. But there are
Hmm.
certain things, to whoever made, to Bree's point, if you're thinking later on, you might think about resale. Am I going to be able to resell my home
Exactly.
with this unique feature that's right here? I
Right.
mean, the wall
Mm-hmm.
with the maps and everything up on entry, you
They
could
can paint
easily
it.
put paint over that. But for like
Hmm.
the stained
Mm-hmm.
glass windows, which is a whole big wide window, you're definitely going to have to replace that,
You
And the
are.
Roman
right? As
clay.
a buyer, you're going to have
Yes.
to
Mm-hmm.
replace that. So you do
Mm-hmm.
what you want to do. You do a lot more with like the aesthetics, like the wall and maybe the lighting and stuff like that,
I
that people
agree.
can easily come in and change out. But when you have like things that are just like
structure or
Well, yeah, you have to be mindful of things like that. And you can still have them, but just on a smaller scale. Like
Exactly.
the
hmm
stained glass coasters on the table would
Yes.
have been
Yes.
perfect because she has
right.
them smaller hanging on the window from her grandmother. And it looks like they were recreated to something else that was also beautiful,
You
Mm-hmm.
know, that
Mm-hmm.
was a great touch there.
right?
That was a great touch. And
Exactly.
that should have been it right there.
So that's our tip for you tonight. When you're going to redo a room, consider those things that you want to be grand and so those things that you want to be little. They
Mm-hmm.
are little, but they're still significant in the space. Don't
Exactly.
just get up and throw everything on the wall and hope that everything
It
sticks,
stick.
because then it becomes busy and there's no focal point to anything. Your eyes are just moving all over the place like you're about to be
Like
It,
busy.
mine
that's
was doing
exactly what
that
was
family
happening.
You're
room.
about to be
Hey.
busy. All right, guys. So quickly, we're just gonna rate it because we're at 5 minutes overtime, and a girl gotta go. Leonie's going out. She said, "Young girl going out. Good
All right,
night.
girl.
Good night." So, Bree, what was your rating? I'm not even gonna comment. Just give it.
Well, I'm gonna give it a fair rating. I mean, it's supposed to be an organic modern. I'm thinking that the modern part of it was just probably just 10%. But I can see the European, um,
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the new European, the New Zealand stuff with the woods and the neutral colors and things in that nature. So I think she did an okay job. So I give her a 6.
Woo!
She did an okay job.
I'm shocked at you.
Donzel said a 4. Donzel,
Donzel's not
look,
Don.
she
Good
said
job, Bree. Good job.
Leonie
Leonie,
said
he,
six.
Leonie said
he
six
said
too.
a 4.
I know that's all right. Donzel's like she getting a 4.
Mm-mm.
What do you think, Wani?
You know, you guys, you have to love you guys. Bree, you disappointed
Mhm.
me tonight. You really
I was
are.
going to give it a 5, but I wanted to be fair.
Because I'm giving it a 5. I that there was not like something. There was nothing in this design that I was just like wowed about. She brought the house from the 1960s and 70s sort of into the what are we in
The
this
modern
millennium
era. Just
in
said the
the
modern
modern
era.
area, sort of kind of. So you can tell that at least they have new furniture, but I just was not happy with like nothing. I was just not wowed with anything that
Yeah,
she did. So she gets a 5 from me.
I get that. And to be honest with you, it's a 5 from me as well. So Bree,
Darn, it
you
flipped.
we
It
flipped
flipped.
right.
You know what?
We
I was
flipped
gonna
on you,
say,
Bree.
I
We
was gonna
flipped on
say a
you.
5. I was gonna say a 5, but I started to look at what she was trying to do, and I figured that the
You can see
kitchen
the
was
effort.
okay except for those open cabinets. And the dining room was okay, except no, the dining room was okay,
Yeah.
but it's like Ronnie said, it wasn't nothing. It was just okay. The whole
Yeah,
thing
the
was
whole
just
thing was
okay.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. Let's check. Robin says she giving an 8 because of the window and the table. Which window? The stained glass
The
windows,
stained
Robin,
glass
because it
window,
reminds me of
Robin.
your grandmama church. Let me see.
She said they had
Stephanie
sentimental reasons.
Stephanie also gave it a 5. And
Mm-hmm.
then Donzel's giving you the side eye, Bree.
But Bree,
Yeah, I know. I'm giving myself the side eye, Donzel.
It's
It's like,
okay, Bree. It's
what
okay. I
happened?
get it.
Oh,
I
oh,
get it.
it would never happen again, Donzel. Never happen again. Something have
It,
to really.
it will. It will when you see the other episode. All right, guys. We went a little bit over time. It has been an absolute pleasure. Ladies, you were
always,
great. The three of us rocking it and
always.
wishing all our other three sisters all the best. See you guys back here soon.
Yes.
So we can all be together. Robin says she was just trying to be nice. Right? Um, but join us next week, Friday, same time, 7 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. CST. Again, the show is revealed. It's on HGTV. Can you one of y'all type that in for me? Revealed on HGTV. It comes on Thursdays at 10 p.m. EST. And next week we will be reviewing episode 5. So Revealed episode 5 is what we're going to be looking at and
You put
talking
it in,
about next
Bree?
Friday.
I'm trying.
So make sure that you guys watch the episode.
When
If
does it come on?
Thursday nights at 10, or if you have streaming, I think they have up to what, episode 7 on there,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
right? But please don't jump ahead
No.
because we're
No,
trying our
don't jump
best
ahead.
to
Is
just go.
that Eastern Standard?
Yes, we're trying our best to just go week by week. If you want to go ahead and watch, I think somebody was ready for episode 7, my aunt last week or something. I'm like, you're fine as long as you don't talk about it when you come on here. So Revealed on HGTV Thursday nights at 10 p.m. EST, 9 CST. Come prepared to chat with us next week, Friday, same time. So until then, you guys have a great, great weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye bye.
Bye bye.